Let's go. Game pertama bang ya antara Onic melawan Smart Omega di sini. Kita lihat apakah Onic kalah lagi. Let's go. Ini dia game pertama bang ya.
Alright, we're seeing the return of the killing spree in King Kong's hands. I know we're yet to like pull up the entire emblem combinations, but this is already one thing you definitely want to look out for, since the adjustments made on the killing spree are pretty much very beneficial for all those skirmishes that'll happen later on.
Brusko
You
datang.
get to activate the killing spree, you get to trigger it with just attacking heroes less than 30 HP. So that's a lot more room for King Kong to operate.
Langsung mati dong.
There you go. That's the King Kong we know and love. Get into the fight earlier and better, play better compared to the opposing team.
Waduh, King Kongnya langsung ngambil buff biru di sini.
Let's bring back the 8-minute games, right? So now it's going to be Kirk getting chased off by Andoryu here. And don't forget, they also got the purple of Omega here, so that's already a huge advantage.
Yeah, if he did not press that, he would have gotten past the wall.
100%. I mean, I tried not to,
Udah level 4.
Yes.
Andoryu masih level 3.
Yeah.
We missed it.
That was so quick.
But I feel like you somehow got to see a glimpse of it anyway.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
It really was the killing spree, which is pretty much the highlight of what we're seeing in the emblems so far. But for the rest, I think they're pretty much going with the same. Even for Okir, picking up what Super Friends initially introduced in the international scene, the Brave Smite Luyi.
Yeah, and I think part of this too, well, Brusko going forward.
Flicker already used up, and Andoryu is in
Tinggal dong Chow-nya
he
gimana
can't
sih?
even reach level 4 yet, bro. And now it's gonna be him, King Kong, and Brusko and Super Friends just boxing him out.
Tinggal Chow-nya loh.
Imagine King Kong being so active in the early game, getting 2
Dah.
minutes getting 2 kills
bang
in
ya.
2 minutes. And not having to worry about Omega being able to contest
Masih 2 menit loh.
And now Brusko again.
Oh no, he's so gapped.
Boy. Nice throw here to the straight to the beast here. I don't know if Luis can hold on. He better make a beeline for the base, but he can't.
Andoryu masih
That's
level
Kirk and
3
Super
dong.
Prince up on front. Oh my goodness, Onic is so scary right now. They are so mad.
Oh, what?
Okay, all that, and Doryu does get his orange buff at least, but man, he's so far behind already.
I know.
King
If
Kong
he
ya,
did not get his hands on that orange buff, he still probably wouldn't have had his ultimate.
True.
If he did get the energy or the electrifying beats, though, that probably would have been a punish for Super Prince. But the mere fact that he didn't have it and that Onic was just so aggressive, they really know how to play around this advantage that they currently have.
It's so scary. King Kong feels like he's like an enraged beast or something, right? He's so scared right now. Super Yoshi is able to make it out, but not really. Super Friends chases with a passive. And now, not just Super Friends, not just King Kong, by the way, every single one from Onic just is out for blood.
This is a very early start already in game 1. You know, you're 3.5 minutes in, you're 3K ahead, you're just massively ahead of the opposing jungler if you're Onic Philippines here. You know, level 7, nearly 8 to his 5, almost 6. And as long as they maintain that lead with King Kong in the jungle, Onic Philippines' early game is at least going to be under control here. So if you're Omega, how do you stop it from getting out of
Masih level 6
that
dong.
3K deficit?
It's a tough one.
King Kong udah level 8 bang.
How can we utilize the Luyi? Oh no!
Oh my goodness, they
Bumbu dong.
You can't utilize her like that, jeez!
How do you utilize someone who's dead?
How do you play when you can't even flicker?
Yeah, you could probably argue that they have the potential to go for the surprise attacks and pickoffs, since at least for now, pickoffs could be the go-to for Smart Omega. But now that Onic are just so focused on doing all these 3-man, 4-man rotations, it's hard to actually get a pickoff, even, or especially when you also want to contest and at least fight back.
I don't know, there is just no fighting back here for Omega though, right? It feels like when they do try to fight back, they get slapped in the hand, not in the bump. Right now, shoot, Luis gonna get thrown off, ejector is used up, and the revitalize, but Kirk doesn't really care. They're up on front, they are ready to go for the fights, and you can't even do retribution, his level is so low. Here's the jump.
Dipotong dari belakang.
Is already in the mid. Look at this. Onic is just so scary right now. Super Vince with another kill. Wants to make more happen. not really gonna be able to make much. But Omega is running out. They're bleeding. They're running. They are hiding,
Ngeri,
guys.
bro.
That was a flicker.
Tapi memang karena lawan Smart Omega bang yang lagi turun.
They were that much ahead and they had nothing to fear, taking the tier 1 mid lane turret in less than 5
Aneh pula
minutes
tadi.
too. So
Di
now
awal
you
gamenya.
could definitely say that Onic have snowballed in this
Kayak
game.
main cownya,
And
tangan
Smart
itu 2-0,
Omega just
2-0
really
apalah.
have to focus on farming. That's what they are required to actually do at this point, to catch up and somehow find a way to fight back
Gak
later on. But
dikasih
for
kill,
now, that
bos.
seems like something they cannot afford to do just yet.
Yeah, right now they might try to make a play here on the bottom side. There's diversion.
Big diversion.
Tinggal
I
dong.
think they're trying to go for the Brusko pincer, but I believe they're going to get it. The tower is going to be doing a lot of damage, though. And there it goes. Jome going to be punished here. Keller 1v1. He takes him out. Super Yoshi's close by, but no one with damage is going to be able to support him. And
Masih
there
selamat
we go. Super
dipakai
Francis
apanya,
cleans
Bang?
up that kill.
Purify-nya
While
akhirnya.
Andori is up on the side. He's trying to get as much as he can while all of this is happening.
King Kongnya udah langsung di situ farmingnya.
It was almost like a Hail Mary. It's like, let's use the diversion and try to, you know, sandwich play Onic pressuring that tier 1. They might have gotten one kill, but then it just kind of fell apart from there. And it's showcasing how far behind they are in terms of the itemization, because when they do take those
Jadi Hunter
battles,
Strike-nya
I mean,
udah
they're
level
just kind of
11,
overpowered
sementara
right now.
Andori masih
there
level
was a clear
9.
intention from Smart Omega, but probably the next time they do want to go for that kind of attempt, it's when they actually have enough information, or at least some sort of information, because at the time I believe they had none and they just decided to go for some sort of surprise play from behind against Keller without knowing where the rest of Onic Philippines were, and they were also having the exact same plan in mind, because
Kemana itu
technically
teleport?
you would zone for your gold laner if he's left
Aduh,
alone to
ketahuan
defend the
dong.
turrets, but oh wait,
This is what you're talking about, right? Where's the info? Super Yoshi, they're the ones who actually got caught by surprise here. Andoryu, where are you
dipotong itu,
going?
bos.
Sit down, says Kirk. But no damage following up means he's going to be able to walk away. But look at that, because of
Tapi
all these
setidaknya
movements,
selamat semua,
it's
Bang, ya.
Onic once more with the turtle.
Okay, so again, they'll use diversion. They try to make a play, but it gets spotted out. And then all the meanwhile, that's 3 for 3 now. Objectively, for Turtles, for Onic Philippines, they're also going to go ahead and grab the tier 1 now on the top side. So even when it comes to space around the map, they have a
Ngapain itu?
huge advantage.
Ngehil
Again, the
itu.
jungle difference right now is 2,000+
Elosnya
gold.
kepencet
And
kah?
same about in the mid lane too. So Andoryu, you know, for the most part, it's like he can't really even contest against the objectives. He's kind of just scrambling around the map, getting what he can, because that is one of the advantages about a Joy. You can usually escape, even if it's multiple members after you. So you just try to catch up and put yourself in a position where, okay, if the Lord does come up, are we actually able to go ahead and give it a try to maybe catch Onic Philippines on a surprise?
and this kind of situation also makes the entire temporal reign sort of useless
Waduh.
for Andoryu as well, because they can't really decide to pick a fight, and whenever they do, Onic is just way too ahead. They don't necessarily get anything out of those fights, and not until the point wherein we actually get to see Smart Omega fight back, then they could probably make some sort of play to turn things around considering this, but up until that moment, they can rely on so little to make things happen.
Oh, Brusko, he pops the conceal.
Already used up the conceal. Kirk is
Oke,
close by.
kena
Super
tendang di
Yoshi,
sana.
nice kick, Wave the Dragon back to the tower. But again, no one really there to kind of follow up. Luis
Meanwhile,
absorbing so much damage from Keller,
hilang
gets
dong.
blown up with a single vision. Look at King Kong going up for the 1v2 and still gets that kill as well.
man, we missed some of that. I know they were fighting and just having that jungler battle there, but then King Kong ends up getting a kill too.
And Kirk didn't have to worry about the turret shots either. He was just there to tank everything up, and Omega to this point have only gotten a single kill away from Onic
Ini dia
Philippines,
Lord yang
who
pertama,
are
Bang,
on
ya.
their way to getting the Lord. But the diversion play wouldn't necessarily be towards the Lord to contest. It's just to really make something out of this entire situation that they're in.
It's so hard for them to make anything out of this situation because you need some sort of firepower, right? It's less about positioning now, more of like, you don't have the tools to fight.
Yeah, it's better that they just go ahead and try to get what they can across the map, because
just build up your sword,
yeah,
right?
when you're this far behind, you might as well say, all right, let's just go ahead and our game plan is going to be just defend against this first Lord push, and maybe our chances are better that way instead of going and actually trying to contest, because you're talking about an 8,000 gold deficit.
Jadi Holy
And your
Crystal
jungler
untuk
as well
Under
is
You,
trying to
tapi
just kind of catch up here. So
satu
you have to
kill
start
nggak ada
going,
bos ya.
are our damage dealers actually
Satu pun
capable of
assist
winning
nggak
some
ada.
of the fight?
Apa
And,
pun nggak ada.
you know, honestly, for Jome right now in Okir, that they're not really in that position. So even this base defense is going to be tough, and they might even lose all base turrets depending on how they manage this.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet for Smart Omega. That's on a almost 8k gold lead in Onyx's hands. And Jome, as much as he already has the items, wait,
Brusko?
Oh, can see already.
Oke,
moved
siapa
up,
yang
and it
dilempar
looks like
sana?
Okir is the target.
Dapat persanya.
Out just to make sure you're alive. But look at that kick. Beautiful kick to Super Prince. Actually forces the wings by
Tapi
wings, but the front line
itu.
damage is way too much for
Joy-nya.
Onic. Look at that. Was Lord still alive? Here comes the jump. What a
GG bang,
beautiful
1-0.
AOG. And that's going to be going